Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80!
I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 12.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180!
40's a mutt, 40's a mutt.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Last stop! Last stop!
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And Gold is able to put it through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo! Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Knight. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
49-yard line.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Focus, defense, focus.
Hey, Alpha.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Check 26, check 26. Check.
Protein spill.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
Say go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
Hey, orbit.
54. Hey. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
To throw on second down, Knight. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Break.
Mike, 54's Mike.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Watch the screen.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Detroit Lions, first down. First down and 10 yards to go.
18 Gator.
Watch tight end.
Go.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. Alert. 90 is the Mike. I'm going to run you over.
Let's go.
On first and 10, Knight. He rifles one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure You protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
San Francisco.
Here we go. 12.
We got 4.
11. 21.
Small. Check. 40's Mike. Double dog. That's the way. 40.
Garoppolo on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go.
Mike 40. Check. He's coming. Let's go.
Garoppolo again. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Zoo.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Now.
2nd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
54 Mike. Down to lose 1.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watch the backer. Whip. Watch the whip. Mike's 5'4".
X3. 218. Chop it.
Strip that ball.
Lee Griffin.
From the gun on 3rd down. Knight. Going down the middle, and It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
From the gun, Knight. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 56.
Hey, high 7.
56.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Mike 56. Mike hit it.
A final shot before break. Knight. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Niners 10, Lions nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
That's trash.
Throwing after the interception. Knight. He'll get this one to Galladay. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
2nd and 6. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey. Come. Ready.
Looking to throw. Knight. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D Ford, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Go, Mike. Here we go.
On 1st down, Coleman. And some space here. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Let him know.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Knight. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, lock it. Hey, Charlie. Snap.
From the gun, Knight. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on third down. They'll run on first down. Johnson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Mike 54.
Leo.
Brings up second and
Hey,
7
Delta.
at the 45-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Watch. Hey, Foxtrot.
QB drop.
Hey, watch that.
Looking to throw on second down. Knight. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third.
Hey, Alpha.
Second and 2. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Bravo.
We're going to keep getting sacks. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. You got nothing today. You got
Hard.
He's coming. We got double up.
Hey, orbit. 5.
From the gun on third down. Knight. And James has it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's 17-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now we give right side Coleman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
21. 11.
Don't say nothing. You go tight. You got tight. Smooth.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
11.
Mike's 40. And that QB's trash. Let's go. Check nickel.
On 1st down, Coleman. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here we go. 180. 21.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Got it.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their offense.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. D Ford in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, Echo.
Back to throw. Knight. Open man is Galladay, complete. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
54. Mike 54.
To throw on 2nd down. Knight buying time to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Off play action. Knight. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Knight. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Here we go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Jim. Check.
13.
Crunch. Check the backer.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
1st down, San Francisco.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and I tell you, this was a fun one, just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game, and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal. Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the 49ers, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.